Hi everyone, this is a troll on Manifest Happiness, a podcast designed to give you easy and insightful actions you can take in your life right now to find happiness and create your dream life. While we're going through the fundamental steps to manifest your dream life and happiness, meditation is our next stop. Meditation is amazing to add to our mindfulness practice because it allows us to focus in our inner world rather than our outer world that we are so caught up in. Meditation has so many benefits, and it just might be the last thing that you need to put your dream life into action. We'll go over the goal of meditation, its benefits, and how to incorporate it in your own life. Let's get into it. Isn't it interesting how we spend our days watching Netflix or YouTube or scrolling through social media, but we claim that we don't have time to meditate? I can guarantee that at least 99% of you have said this or at least thought it in your lifetime. Don't worry though, it's not just you, it's a universal thing. I personally have struggled with this a lot, and I still do. This thing where we defend our non-action with lack of time is due to our brain that hates being quiet, or that simply was trained to be always thinking. Think back on your life. Before meditation was ever introduced, in that time, have you ever been truly alone mentally? Or do you always have something to pick up, like your phone or a book? It's a powerful moment when we realize that the world has programmed us to be unable to simply sit with our thoughts and emotions. This is why meditation is so important for our well-being. Meditation allows us to take that time to check in with ourselves. And if you think about it, with all of that bottled up thought and emotion from the years that we haven't done this, there will be a lot that needs to be let go of. That right there is why it is best to start now. When you finish this podcast and you're looking for something to do, instead of reaching for your phone, take 5 minutes to check in with yourself. A short meditation that will train your mind to see clearly and give you more focus for the rest of your day. The goal of meditation is to foster well-being and ultimately end suffering, and finding enlightenment, as meditation masters say. The word suffering is largely used in this area. Suffering refers to all the internal suffering we experience from the outside world. It's the stress and longing and loneliness and frustration we carry with us from our life situation. It is also the constant need for more and for better in our lives. So, when we say that meditation can end suffering, it is to be able to eliminate all of these things by being grateful for what we have now and learning how not to react. It also allows us to observe our reactions and understand why we are feeling them, rather than reacting for no reason, or to attend to what is taking place without reacting. Enlightenment is the awakening of the true self, or being, as Eckhart Tolle calls it. It's the experience of being in the now. Meditation has a great deal of benefits in all aspects of life. By far, the greatest benefit is the realization of the present moment. This topic is so large that I'll have to make a whole episode or two on it. The extremely shrunken version is that everything is now. The past and future should not be used to control you. We usually give in to our feelings of anger or loneliness, etc. from past experiences, and we always look to the future for what we want, but the only place that is really important is the now. Once that is realized, life truly changes. Although it takes time to truly get this experience into your life, it is the best lesson that meditation will ever teach you. Meditation also clears out unprocessed feelings, which is essential to achieve the weightlessness that we are all looking for. It also clears distractions, which allows clarity and creativity. It highlights interconnectedness with everyone and everything, which in turn builds empathy. Meditation allows us to stop depending on our outer circumstances to make us happy. We rely so heavily on our material objects and other people to make us happy. But meditation brings that inward It makes us satisfied with our life no matter what, because we have inner peace and love. Other benefits include learning memory, self-awareness, and mood improvement, pain relief, greater focus, fosters creativity, reduces risk of heart disease and stroke, reduces blood pressure, decreases depression and anxiety, and creates the conditions for better sleep. A benefit that I personally find really interesting due to my fascination with the brain and psychology is that it actually increases the volume of hippocampal and frontal gray matter in the brain for long-term meditators. If you have taken basic psychology, or maybe even a science course, you know that the hippocampus is the central area for memory. And as the name suggests, the frontal lobe is at the front of your brain. It is also known as the executive part of the brain. Mini psych lesson in there for you. Anyway, the gray matter contains most of the brain's neuronal cell bodies, and is mainly on the surface of the brain. This is why this discovery is so interesting. All of meditation's benefits are great, but they do take time, and they may seem subtle. The amazing part is that before you know it, you'll realize that you are changed, and that is the best feeling. Let's start making a plan for our meditation practice. Meditation can be done in so many ways, which is great because you can adjust it to your liking, but it can also become difficult to decide what you really want to do. Personally, I stick to about 3 similar types of meditation, but I am still experimenting with others frequently. What I do and recommend is rotating between these 3 styles. Firstly, you can listen to meditation music from YouTube. YouTube is the greatest resource for meditation because there is a large selection. You can also use your favorite music app. I use Spotify. The music gives a nice background relaxation if you get distracted or bored easily. I use this method mainly at night. Another great thing to do is follow a guided meditation, which I find is best as a beginner. I say this because there is guidance and you don't get bored. I also use YouTube for this one. I like doing this during the day or at night because it really allows you to interact with your thoughts. Then, if you feel more advanced, you can do it with no sound at all, just sitting still peacefully. This is when you'll get the best meditation for presence and peace. I use this in the morning to ground myself and set the intention for the rest of the day. I do want to say that this is just my preference, so take this and apply it however you want in your life, if you want to. Now, there's more to meditation than just what background you want. In some meditation, you focus on your breath, others your body, sometimes even just the out-breath. I don't focus on these techniques very much, and I just follow what I'm feeling at that moment. Now I'll take you through a typical silent meditation of mine. First of all, it's best to keep interruptions at a minimum. To do this, I usually find myself on the balcony. I also love this spot because it makes me feel more alive and connected to the universe. I suggest that if you have difficulty feeling the abundance when you meditate, to move to an outside location. Then I make sure to let go of my busy day, so I can enter a state of peace. I like to then close my eyes, but it's totally fine if you keep them open as well. Now to get into it, I feel my presence. I feel the energy in my body. Imagine a healing energy is coming from the universe, through your head, into your body, and feel that energy move down into every part of your body. Then feel your body being supported by the ground or your seat. Then move your attention to your breath. Take slow, deep breaths, and continue this for as long as you'd like. Allow the breath to come from your diaphragm rather than the chest. My practices can range from only 5 minutes to probably about 30 minutes. Now, in all of this time, especially within the first 10 minutes of the meditation, your brain is going to be going crazy, pulling out thoughts here and there, maybe urging you to go do something else. This is okay. All you have to do here is notice when you get distracted, and simply observe your thought or emotion non-judgmentally. Then, as it fades, calmly bring your attention back to the present moment, focusing on the breath and the body. This right here is meditation. So, meditation has a goal of well-being, ending suffering, and enlightenment. It is reaching a different state of consciousness, to be aware of your inner self. There are so many benefits to meditation in every aspect of being. It is important not to give up because you don't feel dramatic results right away, like many of us have done or will do. Consistency is key, and the benefits will come in good time. Meditation has so many variations, which is great for experimenting, but it can also be a bit overwhelming sometimes. Once you find a technique that you enjoy, stick with it for a while and get comfortable with it. You'll run into many thoughts and emotions during your practice, and this gives you the ability to face them with observation and non-judgment they then carry into your external life. As it is such an effective practice, start now. Take 5 minutes after this video to check in with yourself and start transforming your life. Don't forget to check out the Manifest Happiness Instagram account at Manifest Happiness Podcast for inspiration and additional tips. You can also give me topic suggestions or ask any questions you may have there. Have a great day with love and gratitude.